All right, welcome back to Lag Demon Programming. In the previous video, we created a well using Blender. And doing some prep work for the next video, I discovered a couple minor problems. And so what we're going to do in this video is we're going to fix the well. And then we're going to fix up the landscape so we can put it in. We're going to put materials on the well, and we're going to make it look really cool and really usable. And then we're going to, in the following video, we're going to start working with a blueprint to make the well do some things with our character and some interaction. So, but first, I'd like to thank my sponsor, UV Sheltron, for their generous support of my channel. UV Sheltron provides a solution for sanitizing surfaces without the use of chemicals. None of us like to use chemicals. They smell bad. They're potentially harmful to your skin. You don't want to handle them. You don't want to work with them. Isn't it easier to just put a lamp inside of a room, turn it on for a few minutes, and know that the surfaces are free of germs and that the environment is safe and there's nothing to dispose of and nothing to clean up and no smelly chemicals to deal with? Let's use UV Sheltron to kill those germs. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so here we are in Blender, and here's our well that we've been working with. And the problem is, one, it needs to be deeper. It needs to have a bottom. And the bottom has to be a different material than the sides. And I'm thinking this top does not need to be a different material, and we need a bit of a platform around it at the center. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to tab into edit mode, go to 1, double tap A. Oh, I guess I should turn on my screencast keys. That would be nice. So here they are, they're on. So now I'm going to press and hold Z and go into wireframe mode. I'm going to pick a point down here somewhere near the bottom. Let's go to 1 and make that a point. Pick some point. Get down here real close to it. Not too close. There we go. And I'm going to touch B for box select. And I'm going to go along here along the bottom, and I'm going to grab all these vertices. And then I'm going to tap G in the Z axis and just pull this all down. And this is going to stretch a lot, but that's okay. What we can then do is go, well, that's not going to matter. I'm going to tab out of edit mode, go Z, go back to solid, and there it is. This is all going to be underground, so it doesn't matter that it's a little bit screwed up there. But what we're going to do now is run over here to our UV editing, and we will see when we select everything, things are a little bit different, and this has to be remapped. So what we're going to do is go to UV, Smart UV Project, just click OK, and there it is. It's now mapped with the with these other vertices down there. Now what we could do, actually, we are in edit mode here. We could go Control R. No, it's not going to let me loop cut that. I think this will be okay. This is all going to be underground anyway. The inside, yeah, I think it'll be okay. We'll check it out when we get over to the other side. Now, what I want to do is add a platform to surround this. So what I'm gonna do is add by, let's go back to layout. I'm gonna go Shift A, mesh, and I'm gonna add a cube. And this cube is also centered at that spot. So what I'm gonna do is tab into edit mode on the cube. I'm gonna scale it in the Z down to something like this, maybe about that thick. And I'm going to scale it again on the not Z out a fair amount, not too much. And I'm going to go to 1, hold Z. I'm going to go to wireframe mode. I'm going to come in here kind of close. Let's get down here. I'm going to select everything. I'm going to grab it in the Z mode, and I'm going to move the bottom of this up to that point so that this is right more or less level with whatever ground we put it on. We'll want to put this on a fairly level piece of ground, and I'll show you why. So this one also is going to need to be UV unwrapped, this piece. So what we're going to do, tab out of edit mode on that. Let's go Z. Let's go back to solid. We can actually go to material preview. There's no material on this yet. I want it to be the same as this this material here. So we'll just select it over here. We'll pull this down, and it's going to be well base. Now on the well, I don't want the top of this to be that way. So on the well itself, I'm going to tab into edit mode, select everything with well base material. I'm just going to click assign and assign it to everything. Now the last thing that I want to do is put a bottom on this well, and so we're going to come down here, and I'm going to double tap A to select that, and in make sure I'm in vertex mode. I'm going to alt click this and get that vertex loop, and I'm going to type F to fill that. And yes, that's an N-gon. It will get triangulized when it's taken over to the engine. We'll see how it looks with texturing it, but I think it'll be okay. We could actually take that face. I believe that there is a way to fill that a little bit better. Actually, I'm going to press Control Z to get rid of that. What I'm going to do instead of filling it is I'm going to extrude, right click to get out of the extrude mode, and I'm going to type scale. I'm going to scale this in a ways. I'm going to scale it in about there, and I'm going to extrude again, right click and scale, extrude, scale, extrude, scale. And then what I'm going to do is extrude one more time here, and I'm going to go M for merge at center. There we go. Now we've got to actually unwrap. I forgot about that part when I did the unwrapping before, so we need to go back here to UV editing. A to select everything, UV, smart UV project, okay. And there's our bottom piece. Now it's that bottom piece that I want to have be a different material. So we'll go back to here, tab back into edit mode. Let's go to layout, back here, tab back into edit mode. And I want to deselect everything, and I want to select all of this bottom. So let's go to Shift Control 7 here at the bottom, circle select, and we'll get this whole, actually I'm going to go to face mode, that's 3, circle select, and we'll get this whole bottom piece, and hopefully I didn't go over and get the side of it. Let's double check that. Sometimes my middle mouse button gives me a little bit of a hard time because it's also a scroll wheel. Yeah, I got the sides of it a little bit. So what we'll do is go back to circle select and shift and undo those, and circle select, shift, undo those, and then we'll try to get these a little more carefully over here without getting anything else. I don't think we got anything else. Okay, now I'm going to change the name of this to well bottom material. Well bottom material, and I'm going to click assign on that. And and tab out of edit mode. Now we're going to select both of these objects. I'm going to do a file, save. I'm going to save our well file. Oh, I almost forgot one more thing. This needs a hole in it where the circle is. We didn't get all this material taken care of. A. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to hide, oops. I'm going to select this and hide everything else. Tab into edit mode. Circle select all of this and hit go to well base and assign that. And it looks like we got a spot over here. Circle select that. Circle select that. And assign that. Tab out of edit mode. Yeah, that looks okay now. Looks like we got it all unassigned. Yep, I think it's okay. So let's bring everything back. Now we got to go into this, tab into edit mode. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to do this very simply. What we'll do is deselect everything. I'm going to hit Control R. Control. Am I in edit mode? Okay. Let's go to here. Control R. And I'm going to put 2 right about there. Right click. And they're just outside. So actually I think I want to move those just a hair. So I'm going to go to 2, select this edge, and double tap G, and that's going to let me edge slide this. Let me go to 7. I want it intersecting inside that wall, and I'll select this one and double tap G, and that'll let me edge slide that so it's right in there. And we're going to go Control R, 2 of them. Right click. I'm going to grab all 3 of these. I'm going to double tap G and edge slide that a little bit. And select all 3 of these. Double tap G, edge slide that a little bit. Then we're going to go to 1 and vertex. I'm going to grab this vertex and I'm going to put it looks like I need to do a Control R and put a loop cut here, and Control R, put a loop cut here. Then I can grab this and pull it inside this, and I do believe that will keep. Put it inside there. Grab this. Well, actually, let's grab these faces. This one, this one, this one, and this one. Delete faces, and we'll get these ones on the bottom too. X for delete faces. And now we're looking way down there at the bottom of it. Okay, so now we want to grab these. Nope, let's go back to 1, grab this. Let's go to 7, grab it, pull it just inside, grab this one, pull it just inside. Now our platform is there. So the platform has to be UV unwrapped. So with that selected, let's go to UV editing, select everything, go to UV, Smart UV Project, click OK. And you know what? These bottom faces don't need to be here at all. So let's go to 3, select all these bottom faces. X, delete those faces. There we go. Looks like I missed one right here. X, delete faces. There we go. We don't need that geometry. One more thing. Let's go to the side here and let's just make this whole thing. Let's get Z, wireframe, A, just bottom select. Just select this bottom half in one vertex mode. Grab this bottom half of this. What? One. Let's go back to layout. Tab into edit mode. Go to one. Z, wireframe. One for vertex mode. Grab these in the Z axis and just pull them down a ways so that it'll sink into the ground. Now we'll go Z, back to solid, well, Z, material view. It's the same material. Let's go to UV editing, select everything, go to UV, Smart UV project. Now let's go back to layout mode. Let's select everything. Save this file, save. Then we're going to go File, Export, FBX. And remember what we need to do here. We need to change Z to Y forward and Z up. Under Geometry, we need to go to Faces, and that's all we need. It's well.fbx. We'll export it. Double check, make sure it's saved before I close it. And then we'll close this file. And now we will load up Unreal Engine. And I will pause the video until Unreal Engine comes up. Okay, so here we are in Unreal Engine, and there's our well. We haven't set up these materials yet. We're going to do that in just a minute. The first thing I'm going to do is do a re-import. And reset to FBX. Successfully re-imported. So now you can see that we have the platform around it. And we can see the ground down underneath there. We're going to take care of that in a few minutes. First, what we're going to do is fix up these materials. And this is going to be pretty straightforward. We have some, nope, we don't have them yet. So what we're going to do is bring up, we're going to go check out Megascans. So let me pull this over to here so everybody can see it. Here's Megascans, and yes, I believe I'm logged in. And what I'm going to search for here is rock wall. And oh, those are 3D assets. What I want is surfaces. And what kind of rock wall surface might we want? I'm not seeing the one that I downloaded earlier. Maybe it was under historical. No, that wasn't it. Let's get rid of that filter. Rock wall, or maybe it was stone. There it is. Riverstone wall material. That's the one I want. So we're going to, I've already downloaded it, so I'm just going to export it straight over to Unreal Engine. And it's importing, so I'm going to pause the video while it does this. It takes a few minutes. Okay, so now we've got our rock wall material, and I believe that it's where did it come into? Megascans, surfaces, and it's Riverstone wall. There it is. Okay, so there's our materials. Now we've got to go over here to well, and we need to do a couple of things. First of all, let's play, and I'll show you a couple of things. First of all, there's the well, and we can jump up on here, and you notice that we're at the same height as the well. Okay, so we got to fix that first before we do the materials. So let's open up the well. Nope, let's get back from it here. Let's go up here to collision, and we'll just do simplified collision. So there's a simplified collision on it. Let's go down here to collision preset. No, collision. Yeah, collision complexity, and we want to use Is it use complex as simple? Yes. And we're going to save that. Keep this open for a minute in case I got to change that. Now we'll play and walk over there. And whoa. Oh, there we go. We're on the platform now. And here's the well. And oh, we should be able to drop into it. Yes, we can. But we have a problem. We're standing on the terrain. So let's fix that next. So how are we going to do that? Well, we go over here to our landscape and materials and level start material. We open up our materials. If we click on this materials thing here, you'll see that there's this blend mode set to opaque. We want it to be set to masked. And you'll notice that we now have this opacity mask input. So now what we're going to do is search for visibility, landscape visibility mask. And we're going to just take that and plug it into the visibility mask. And we're going to save. And it's going to take a moment for it to save the packages. There it is. Now when we come back here, it's got to recompile. So I'm going to pause the recording while it compiles the shaders. Okay, and the shaders are compiled. Now what we're going to do is go up here to landscape mode. And I'm going to take this brush size and turn this down a lot. And then we're going to go into sculpt and over here to visibility. And now we should be able to click in here. And it's got to recompile shaders as soon as I did that, of course. This might not take too long. 132, 122. I'll pause and come back when the shaders are compiled. Okay, those shaders are compiled. And now you see it's gone. The terrain underneath that is gone where I clicked on it with this. And you can see, yep, that's the bottom of the well now. I'm going to temporarily, let's go back to select mode so we can see better. And you know what? I'm going to change this from lit to detail lighting. Nope. Lit to lighting only. Nope. That's even harder to see. Let's play. jumping over here. Okay, I can just walk onto it. Okay. Come on. Okay, his jump is a lot. That's funny. Okay, now we're down at the bottom of the well. And yeah, we, we, we can't go anywhere. But for some reason, it's wanting to. Oh, his animation is letting him go through the collision. So maybe we'll have to make this just a tad bit bigger in one dimension. So let's get out of there. Okay, so let's real quick fix up the materials on the well. I'm going to go back to, I guess I'll go back to lit. I guess I could turn off on the settings the, I thought there was a actor snapping. Well, I'll find it. See if we can fix that lighting fading in and out like that. That's simulating your eye, adjusting to the darkness, I guess. Okay, let's fix up these materials. So let's go back to our well. We have two materials to fix up. We've got ground forest, damp soil, I think, and that. So let's open up this well base material first. And I'm going to go to window and get a content browser number 2 and dock it right here so that I can go to Megascan surfaces, Riverstone wall. And so for this material, we want the here, not displacement. We're going to want this one, and we're going to want this one. And all we're going to do real simply right now is just plug these in. Oops. We got to get rid of this thing. That's just the color that we put in Blender is all that is. We'll put this into the roughness. Yes. And we'll put this one into the normal. And one thing that we're going to want to do here is text coordinates. And we're going to want to multiply these by a scale factor, and we will just make this a parameter, and we will call it texture scale, and we'll set it to about, I think, 10 initially will be good. Let's put this into the UVs. There, and that's really all that material probably needs. Let's save it and go see what our thing looks like here. And there it is. And the edges are a bit square, and we can fix that with our modeling tool. It looks like they're a little stretched on the side. Let's see what it looks like in play mode. Let's walk over there. I don't know why this thing's lagging so much. Probably because I got way too many trees on this scene. You know, I got to get in there and erase those. I put way too many trees in. Yeah. So let's see what the inside of the well looks like now. Come on. There we go. We're down here. Okay, so yeah, rock walls. Didn't come out too bad. But now we got to do the base. So we need mud. So here's this one. And we'll do the same thing, only what I'm going to do is, because you have a limited number of content browsers you can use, I'm going to come up here. I'm going to dock this up here for the moment. Come back to this one is the next one. I'm going to dock it down here. We can move these around wherever we want them. So this time I want damp soil. So we'll take this one. delete this. Oh, I didn't want that one. I want this one. And I want the normal and the roughness. And we're going to do the same thing, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab these 3 nodes, copy them, come back over here, paste them, hook up the normals, or hook up the UVs rather. And it should be defaulting again to, it should already be at 10 because I copied them, and it is. And we'll plug this over here. And we might not want that at 10 on this one, so we'll see. Roughness and normal. Let's set this one back to 1 for now. Save it. And pop over here. Play. Let's see if we can jump down the well more easily this time. I jumped right over it, didn't I? There we go. The bottom of the well's all muddy now. Okay. And we cannot jump out of here. Okay. So, not a terribly deep well, but deep enough. I'm set to really fast here, aren't I? Let's cut this way down. Guess I could have gone a little faster than that. Fly down here and take a look. Yeah. So there we go. The rocks are a little stretched in places, it seems. And there's a seam right there, but that's okay. We can probably live with that for now. Maybe we'll work something out at some point in time to fix that. Maybe do a little bit better UV unwrapping and work with the textures a little bit more and so forth. So there's our well, and it's going under our landscape. You can see here it is, poking down here, and there's the bottom of it. Oh, we can see through the bottom of it because it's we took all those off, and we can see through the bottom of the platform because we took the back faces off. So, and then something else we can probably do here is just lift it up a tiny bit, just a tiny bit. Oh, that. Why can't I? There we go. I got snapping on. That's why. Let's turn that snapping off. And now we should be able to just move it up and down. So there, it's below ground. Pull it up a little bit. Pull it up maybe a tad more. There. And let's hit play one more time. Go take a look at it. So there we go. Our well is now on its little platform. Now what I can do in Blender is we can make these edges a little less sharp. We can smooth them out. We can rough it up. We can make it a little bit, just add a little more geometry to it. Not a lot, but make it a little bit of a rough surface, maybe uneven surface and so forth. We can do that, and maybe we'll do that in the next video. Clean this up a little bit. As we're starting to block things in, we can add more and more detail to it. For instance, we might add some other things to this. So in the next video, we're going to work on figuring out how to, make this an active thing that he can interact with, and maybe have some water in it, and he'll drown if he falls in there and that sort of thing. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, hit that like button. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.